Welcome to YouTube Hero. In this episode, we are talking about how to sell a course online through a landing page.
Now, a landing page is key, and we're going to point out the elements in this episode of what you need to have so that you can be successful. So take some notes. Now, Noelle sells a lot of courses, and so I'm excited to kind of pull some wisdom out of you. We're going to be talking about the specifics of the landing pages and what you need to have on them, how long or short they need to be, and also talking about, in addition to the landing page, is there another goal that we need to have to be able to sell more courses? So let's dive right in. Okay, so first, let's just talk about the importance. How important is a landing page if you want to sell courses?
Obviously, you need a landing page. You need somewhere for people to actually see about the course, see what's in it, and actually buy it. So it is very important, and it should not just be your website, for example. It shouldn't just be, oh, go to my website and search all around for my course. You're really trying to get them directly to a page where that's actually all that is there is your course. That is a really big point, I think, for people. I think in the beginning, many people said, hey, go to my website and you can find my courses. But if you create a landing page specifically for that course, that's going to be a little bit better.
Okay, so if you have a specific page dedicated just for the course,
yes.
Is it a short page? Is it a long page?
Yeah, so let's talk about it. So one of my best pages, and again, people can look at it, it's noellsfreebook.com. That is a major landing page that I use to sell my book with a free plus shipping. And this page, we've actually done it over and over. I've had Noelle's Free Book as a page that people can go to for about 4 years now, or 3 years. So it definitely has changed over time, but there's some elements that has not changed. You need a video talking about why they want this book, what's in the book, or what's in the course. I'm sorry, in this case, we're selling a course. What's in the course? What are they going to learn? What are the outcomes that they are going to get? Okay, you're not going to say, oh, there's module 1 and there's module 2, but no, what is the outcome? When you finish this course, what should you know? What should you be able to do? What new skill will you have? That's so important to put directly on the landing page, and if best, in a video on the landing page, and even better, starting as soon as they land on the landing page, your video's there explaining why they want the course, and it just starts.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that there's a lot of variables that you've done over the years, but one of the consistent thing is you've always had a video.
Yes, always had a video explaining what the course is, what the outcome of the course is, how long they can dedicate to it. Again, just really, and then again, over time, the video has gotten better. And then maybe you add some testimonials or some case studies from students saying, hey, I took this course, I really liked it, and that be inside the video. Or again, it could be at the bottom where it says, here's what others have to say about my course. But again, you can get a lot accomplished on one long kind of landing page for your course.
You do prefer a long landing page?
For a course, I do probably have a little bit longer because again, I want the video at the top. I want to show some of the things that they're going to learn. I'm going to break down what's in the course, like, you know, how many modules there are, what's in each module, again, just overviews. And then of course, here's what others had to say, some testimonials, some case studies of people that have taken the course and enjoyed it or learned a lot from it.
So then, like, you have an action button. What does it say? Add to cart or buy now?
Yeah, so several that say buy now, or you know what I mean? Space is limited, get this course now. And again, that is throughout the page. So it's not just one buy now button. And again, I go right there, buy now, get this now, not learn more or da-da-da-da-da. No, buy now. And again, in several places on the page. So after the video, there's a little bit, then there's a buy now page. Then there's a few more information about what's in the course. And then there's a buy now page. Then there's the testimonies. Then there's a buy now page. So it could be 4 or 5 buy now buttons on that one page.
So is this something where you've kind of created it in stages? Maybe you create the video, add this, and then when you get testimonials, you can add them to the page.
Absolutely, absolutely, exactly. You grow as you grow. You know what I mean? You don't have to do everything all at once. But of course, as soon as you start selling your course, you should be able to get a couple of testimonials. People send things in, even if it's just a testimonial via words. You know, someone typed in and said, I really love this. You can put them just as screenshots or words. It does not necessarily have to be a video that someone made. And again, as I grew, but in the beginning, maybe it was just, hey, I love Noelle's course, and it was some comments and some screenshots, maybe from Facebook or blah, blah, blah. And then as it grew, now I have videos of people saying, I enjoyed the course, I loved it. And those videos are on that page as well.
So let's get into some of the numbers. And you might have to, think on this one here, but if you have a landing page for a course, and let's say 100 people hit that link and go to that landing page, what type of percentage can you expect of people that will just buy the course right there?
That's a difficult one because it really depends on where the traffic's coming from. So if I have
well, let's say YouTube.
Okay, so say it came directly from YouTube and I said, hey, go buy my course, which is is not typically one of my call to actions. We talked about that before. I don't usually say in my YouTube video, go buy my course. I usually give them something a little bit lower ticket, but I have done that. I have said, go buy my course, B&B Riches, for example, at bnbriches.com. And again, use a coupon code to, entice them to go buy the course right now. And in that case, I'll get a much higher conversion rate. We'll probably see somewhere near 20%. But if they just hit the website with nothing, it's probably going to be a much lower conversion rate. It's only like maybe 1 or 2%, as it is with most cases.
So we've talked about how critical the landing page is and that conversions are pretty low. What about strategy sessions then? How often are you selling courses on a strategy session?
So where I actually will sell a lot more of my courses, not just strategy session, would be in the book funnels, as I mentioned before. So say, for example, I say, go get my free book, noellsfreebook.com. Inside that funnel, after you've gotten my free book, one of the upsells will be the course at a discount. And that's how I actually sell a lot of the courses, not just pushing people directly to the course landing page. It's through the book or the lower tiered funnels. You get my book for free, or you get this free download, or you get this free checklist. You got that. Now I'm going to offer you the course at a discount. And that's what I'm seeing. And that's how I sell so many courses. Now, that's one way. And then the second way, of course, I have ended YouTube videos, just pushing them straight to a page. Conversion rate's not as high. And then on a strategy session, that could be one of the offers. Obviously, I've talked to you on the phone. Everyone is not a fit for full mentorship. We've mentioned that before. So now I'm going to say, hey, let me give you one of my courses. And I have you on the phone so I could do kind of what I need to. You get the course, I'll give you a free call, or I'll throw in a ticket to one of the events. You can kind of negotiate with the person again to get them what they need, not just sell them a course and then bye-bye.
So I love that. And it's fun hearing that we're on the same page because I've tried a few different things. When I'm actually having a conversation with somebody, I found that just selling a course is kind of underserving them because they're on the phone with me and they seem to want more. So at times I've offered coaching and consulting and things like that. Let me just fast forward to what I do now that works really, really well. They want some type of one-on-one help. But if they're more in a position that a DIY approach is really going to be beneficial for them, I've put together kind of a package where it's like I'm going to include my courses and some coaching.
Right.
And this is how I structure it. They're required to go through the courses first.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to charge a higher dollar amount that they can have my time one-on-one, what I don't want is them to just ask questions that are already in the course. And I'm just going to be answering stuff that, man, you could have just watched this YouTube video.
Right.
But what I found is if they go through the courses and then we have time on the phone or on Zoom, the quality of the conversation is at a higher level. They've already started to implement some of the things and they have all their questions answered. They don't need to ask the technical questions about the strategy. Now they understand it. So now it's, okay, from my perspective, I'm a few steps further down the road.
That's right.
Here you are in your business and here's what I recommend that you do so that you can really succeed.
Yeah.
And so typically where I might have a course that's $500 or something, I'll sell a package with 3 courses and 2 hours of consulting. You go through these and people love it.
It's a great offer.
effective.
Having a course really opens you up to offer people more things. So if I say you want my full mentorship and it's $10,000 for, one day with me or whatever, and you're like, wow, I really want to work with you, Noelle, but I just do not have $10,000 for one day of your time. And I say, well, okay, I'll give you my course and a call with me for $1,500. Now they're all like, wait, okay, so it's a great downsell. If they can't quite get to the thing that they want, it's a great downsell. And then again, you can add in some coaching and some calls to kind of create a package for them. It's really individualized.
All right, so the big question is, how do you drive traffic to this landing page? I mean, I know you're getting a lot of traffic.
Yeah, it is a simple thing. Like I said, I'm driving traffic through my YouTube channel with simple things like this. So I have the YouTube channel. At the end of the video, I will do something very similar to what I'm going to do right now. If you want to learn more about how to drive traffic to your YouTube channel, we have this book that you can get right here. Nate Woodbury has written the book on YouTube. It's actually Influence on YouTube, and you can get this book free. All you do is cover the shipping. Just go to natesyoutubebook.com. Yes, go to natesyoutubebook.com right now. Supplies are limited, and you can get this exact book where it has all of his secrets, all of the templates, different scripts. I mean, you really get into it in this book, and they can get all of this. I wish I had this 4 years ago. You can get all of this absolutely free. You just cover the shipping. Again, go to natesyoutubebook.com. And quite frankly, I'm telling you to do this, but this is also how you would do a YouTube call to action so that you can drive traffic to your landing pages.